Hey guys, I am back and today I'm going to be doing my third update to my Pan Those Eyeshadow Palettes project. So if you are new here, I'm going to link my introduction down in the description box below. It is in the playlist with all of my updates and my intro thus far. I have picked 4 palettes to rotate between this year. I'm going to do 3 months each for these palettes, and I am going to randomly generate shades from each palette as I am working on them to focus on trying to hit pan like in the Pan Those Eyeshadow Palettes Project Pan. So that is what I'm doing. If you are already familiar with this project, you know I started with my Tartelette in Bloom, and this is my 3rd month with this palette, so I am going to be showing you the final progress on this palette and rolling in 3 new shades from my next palette. So I'm going to start by showing you a picture of the palette and what it was looking like last month. If you didn't remember, the shades that I were working on was Rocker, Rebel, and Activist. I rolled these 3 in all at the very beginning of this project back in January, and this is what my palette is looking like now. So as you can see, I hit pan on Rocker. I have a solid dip in Rebel, and I have worn away most of the embossing on Activist. In addition to that, I have 2 new pans. I have pan in the shades Sweetheart and Charmer. So even though I didn't hit pan on the 3 focus shades for this month, I did hit 3 pans in this palette while I was focusing on it, and I am super excited. I think that the focusing on shades is fun, and if I had more time, I could definitely hit pan on Rebel and Firecracker in the next probably 3 months. Doing a look that is very much what I did today with Rebel in the crease and then Firecracker on the lid. But I don't have another 3 months with this palette. I'm actually filming this a little bit early because since I really don't have any reason to believe that I'll hit pan on Rebel or Activist in the next 2 weeks, I kind of wanted to film this before I go out of town so that I can like start working on my new shades and have this kind of pre-filmed so that this update doesn't get pushed back, if that makes sense. So this is a little bit early, but I'm still really excited with the progress that I've made on this palette. I am going to quickly insert a picture of what it looked like at the beginning of this project and what it looks like now so you can really see all of the differences. So now that we have that palette rolled out, I'm very excited to start working on my Huda New Nude palette. I don't have any pans in this palette thus far, and there are 17 shades. I'm not going to roll in the like concealer sticky primary shade because I don't like it. I am very tempted to just completely depot it from this palette. So I'm going to use my graphing calculator to randomly generate 3 shades from this palette. I'm going to start with 1 in the upper right hand corner with Bear, and then 17 will be the shade Teddy in this is my left, but my lower left hand corner. So we'll go in, second, stat, probability, random integer. My lower is 1, my upper is 17, and I want 3 numbers, so I'm just going to generate that. And I got the shades 5, 15, and 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have Love Bite. Then 13, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 13 is the shade Secret. And then 15 is the shade Raw. Okay, so 3 mattes. That's interesting. So 5 is Love Bite right here. It's like a warm toned purple. It did take a little bit of building up in this swatch, but I have used it before and I haven't had really many issues with it. as like a liner or anything. Then I have the shade Secret, which is kind of just a very nice, easy crease color that is very pinky toned. This whole palette is very pinky toned. And then we have this warm, deeper, it's almost a terracotta-y color, and it's the shade Raw. So those are 3 shadows that I'm going to start with. I am very excited. I do have a little bit of a dip forming in Secret already, so we'll see. Maybe that one could be one that I hit pan on. If I could at least hit pan on one shade in this palette, I'll count that as a success, because these are a little bit stiffer shadows, so they are a little bit harder. I have used this palette a ton, but it doesn't necessarily look it, so I would be excited to hit one pan and maybe just kind of make it look a little bit more used as like my mini goal for this palette, especially since I was able to hit so many pans in the last palette. So I am very excited to start on this color story. I'm excited to work on this palette. I love the Tartelette in Bloom, but it's definitely been a couple months straight of just using that every day, and I'm excited to switch it up. And that is everything that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see my future updates of this project, make sure to check back here in a month for my next update, and like, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz. I hope you are having an incredible, wonderful day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys!